Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Hello, everyone. My name is Janine Fissette. I'm a wife, a mom of four kids, and an online business mentor. So, today, for those of you following my page, thank you so much. I hope I'm providing value to you guys. And for those of you who are seeing me for the first time, welcome to my page. And I do provide information on how to earn online. If you're looking for a way, to earn online or a side hustle, we provide possibilities, open up possibilities for you. So today I have a very special guest, a very beautiful Janet Mai. She's one of the first members of the online community, right?
Mhm.
So without further ado, everyone, please help me welcome Janet. Hi, Janet.
Hi, thanks for having me.
No, the pleasure is mine. Thank you so much. I know that you're so busy. Thank you for taking the time to be with me today. So yeah, I want to get to know you more, and our viewers too. My hope for doing this interview is to inspire more people. And we're hoping by featuring some of our community members and leaders that you get to resonate with some of us. Okay, so are you ready?
Yes, right.
Okay. So, who was Janet Mai before you found the online business, and what were your whys for making the decision to do it?
Yeah, so who I was before, actually, I was known to juggle a lot of jobs. So always in between 2 to 4 jobs or trying something new because I wanted to get ahead. Like I was a flight attendant, bartender, insurance agent. I don't know, I did everything and like dabbled in so many things. And back then, like my why was to I was trying to get ahead so I can give my parents a better life. We were refugees and we came to Canada in 1987. And just watching my parents work hard their whole life, I was like, wow, I definitely don't want to
Mhm.
be like them. And because they were never around for my childhood, they were never able to go to the school, when you do the presentations and for mom and dads and stuff, they would never had time for that. And so I vowed to be different than them, not realizing that I was just going into their footsteps, basically. I wasted, it was 7 years, 30, I was 30 years old, and I was like, wow, it's been 7 years of doing the same thing, different things, but the same thing over and over again. And I'm still in the same spot. Sure, I might have saved a little bit more money, but I definitely just wasted all that time. I traded all that time for money. And
Mhm.
so that's
Mhm.
when I became a flight attendant, and I was like, this is a great opportunity to see the world, but it's fast food traveling, and I didn't want that either. And so my second why was I want to be able to work anywhere around the world, to just spin a globe and to be able to just go there whenever I want without any hassle or time limit. And that's kind of led to where I am today.
Yeah, and I see you're a fur mama too, right? So you have
Oh yeah.
three Pomeranians. Is that correct? Yeah, they're so cute. I was looking at your page last night preparing for this interview. I was like, wow, she has really cute dogs.
Yeah.
And I'd love for you to share a little bit about your mom's and your parents' journey because I was really inspired by their story when because
Yeah.
you were born in a refugee camp, right? You said?
Yeah.
I think I've seen on one of your go lives there you were born in a refugee camp in the Philippines. I'm originally
Mhm.
from the Philippines.
Oh, beautiful.
Uh, so yeah, I was inspired. So if you can give us a little bit just a summary of what happened there.
Yeah, and my parents escaped after the war. So they got a boat from Vietnam, and luckily they got into a boat 7 days, 7 night, and we luckily landed in the Philippines. Like they got stopped by pirates on the way there, and luckily the pirates didn't kill us. They actually just took all our money and gold, but they gave us water, which we needed, and that's actually a miracle story. So we made it.
Mhm.
Even going through pirates, got to the refugee camp where we lived for 2 years, and then that's where my parents had me. And so
Yeah.
we were very lucky. So a family in Canada, it was a priest at a church who sponsored our family over in 1987, and then we got to start a new beautiful life here. And that's why I'm always so grateful for my parents, because without them and without them risking their lives to be here, like I wouldn't be able to have this opportunity today, like every single day just waking up in a better country, um
Yeah.
and all of that. So
Yeah, you're admirable. Your love for your parents. Every time I would see your post, like, wow, she really loved her parents. And a lot of us really wants to give back to our families back home, right? So now we know your deeper why to really make this good, because I can see your why there. So what were your challenges when you first started the business, and how fast did you see results in the business?
Mm. My challenge was actually at first because I was one of the originals. So I'm like, is this real? Is it not? I'm just going to wait around and wait for other people to have results before I start. And so, also, like, yeah, so that was my first challenge, and also prioritizing time because I was doing a full time job, but I got to implement it every single day, and slowly I got to work on it more. But the biggest struggle was believing in myself because I saw so many people getting results. I saw so many people. I'm like, oh my goodness, they're just making that much. Oh, now they're making that much. It's like, oh wow, like I kept seeing all these like results. And then it was the matter of believing that I could do it because then we all have access to the same system. But what is the difference between them and me? It was just myself. And so that
Yeah.
was one of the biggest struggles, I would say.
Yeah, yeah, and I remember when I did the interview with Dave and Roxanne, they
Mhm.
also mentioned like, yeah, being an entrepreneur is more of a personal journey, and I totally agree with that. Like, I personally experienced that too. I have so much doubt when I started the business, and now just going all in because it's not that you're comparing with others, but it's just like you're inspired by, oh, they can do it, so maybe I can do it too if I just go all in and focus, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, what was the turning point or the trigger for you to have a breakthrough in the business? Is there a specific scenario that you could remember that made you realize, you know what, this is it?
Um, I think there was many triggers, but I guess the when I had my first buyer and then my second buyer and then my third buyer, I'm like, wow, if you can, like Grant Cardone always says, if you can generate
Yeah.
one, you can generate 10. If you can generate 10, you can generate 10 million. So it obviously works. And I told myself it doesn't matter how long it takes.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a system that runs in the back end for me, regardless of what I do. And it's just a matter of time that it would happen. And then the fact that I got to work at the coffee shops with people, and that was always my ultimate dream. Like when I
Yeah.
first started this business, I was like, I can't wait to work at coffee shops with people. And then on the weekends, on my days off, I would work at the coffee shops by myself. So that was the turning point because I'm like, this is real freedom. Like the
Yeah.
freedom to be able to work at a coffee shop and have fun and
Yeah.
not having to rush into work every single day.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, that's so true. So going back to the mindset shift that has to happen, the inner work that has to happen for you, what were some of the practical things that you did to overcome that self-doubt and to build your confidence in yourself and in the business?
Mm. I took a lot of personal development courses,
Mhm.
um, and that ultimately brought me back to discovering blind spots that I didn't know that was impacting my daily life today. And I really actually had a very negative and victim mindset. So when something didn't work out, I would blame something and then quit and then leave. Right? That's easy.
Yeah.
But I got to discover all these things about me, and leading up to that, I just started to implement more healthy habits, as in meditating every single day,
Mhm.
journaling, and looking for the positives in my life, and really not being a victim of my circumstances or situation. There's
Mhm.
sometimes where things are tough and it's easy to compare yourself with others, but once you let go of the significance,
Yeah.
that's when you truly soar because the journey, like you said, it's only with ourselves. And a
Yeah.
lot of the times people always look on the outside world, and that's where you fail. And when
Yeah.
I started just focusing on myself and competing with myself, that's when everything soared for me.
Right, right, right. That's beautiful. And yeah, I saw you attended like 10 times conference with Grant Cardone before
Yeah,
too.
I
Are
saw
those
him.
really powerful? Because I heard a lot of people were like, yeah, if you can, make that happen, attend one of those conferences, they're life changing.
I got really not addicted, but I just loved surrounded myself with successful entrepreneurs, even
Yeah,
people I didn't know, and people who were making it in life. Because if you keep surrounding yourself with negative Nancy's, that's all you're going to get, right? And
yeah,
whenever I had a moment of doubt, I would shift it by listening to something that would take me out of that mind space. Because as human beings, you're constantly going to have this negative talk with yourself, but it's more so who you become at that moment of reaction that will snap you out of it. Mhm.
Yeah, you're so absolutely right. Like I find myself now too reading more entrepreneurial books,
Yeah.
self-help books, personal development books because I said I need as much as positivity. So it's great to have like-minded people like you in the community. I've been so fortunate to be able to interview a lot of you guys, and I'm just so honored and grateful. So yeah, so after doing the business for 6 years now, right?
Mhm. I think
Okay,
it's
so what? 6 years?
it's almost, yeah, basically almost 7, but 6 years, yeah.
Okay. So from you started with just 33 members, correct? And now we're like
Yeah,
150,000. So you pretty much saw the evolution of the community, correct?
yes,
So what
totally.
have you achieved aside from the personal development that or personal growth that you have achieved in this business? What else? What are the goals that you achieved because of this business?
Yeah, well, a lot of things, like, I don't work I got to move downtown. Actually, that was one of the reasons what caught my eye in the first place was, living downtown in Vancouver because it's an expensive city, so I get to live downtown now.
Yeah.
Um, I made my parents proud because the ultimate goal is to be able to give back to my parents, right? And so I don't wake up to an alarm clock. I have all this time in the world for my dogs, and I always travel one-way tickets because I don't know when I'll come back, and just
Wow.
to invest in certain things freely.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been such a accomplishment. But I think, well, like you said, aside from the personal development, I think the best thing was the personal development of this whole business. But it's
Yeah.
just feels so amazing to have that freedom to be able to do what you love, hang out with your friends, basically to do anything and not have to worry about a schedule. I mean, you do to a certain extent, but it's within your time that you created, right?
Yeah, no, that's true. And
Mhm.
I was look at your page, like I mentioned, I love this quote that you mentioned. It's about self-love. You said on your post, it's what gives you the confidence to be yourself and feel at peace with who you are. When we truly love ourselves, we can see our beauty and radiate it out into the world, and magic happens. That is so beautiful. So, do you think that is where you are right now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do. I truly do. Yeah, I
yeah,
always believe that. Um, like, or if there is any moments of like anger, you always ask the question, what would love do? Because love is the most contagious energy. And so once you embody that, it's a domino effect, right?
yeah, yeah. That's why I was so surprised when Mike will always post every time you have a milestone on the dream team. Oh, sorry, in our community that you build a family within a family. Like your team is just, you guys are so close to each other. You're not just there financially, but also personally. So that's so beautiful to see.
Thank you.
Okay, so what would you advise people who have tainted or jaded view of online businesses, saying that everything online is a scam? And how is our business so different from the other online opportunities?
Yeah, so I've even before this, I was always searching for something online, and I've been through some interesting things, even with people that I know, and it ended up being, a gray area, of course.
Mhm.
And the difference between this and other opportunities is that we're real people. Like, I've never met you, but the
Yeah,
community is pretty tight knit. Like, we try to support each other, even though we're not, it's our own business. And so we're definitely real people who you can reach out to, ask all the questions that you can. A lot with a lot other online opportunities, you're buying in some program, and then you
yeah,
don't even get to talk to the original person you're buying it with. You get somebody else, and you get presented with many other opportunities, right? So it's definitely different because the support is different. I would say the support of the community was what kept me here and what
yeah,
kept me successful, because
yeah,
it was their love and their support that has kept me here. And I always tell people too, like my brother always says, like, you have to do things you've never done to get things you've never had. So
mhm,
it doesn't matter if it's this business or some other business. Like, I get that you're maybe scarred, tainted, or whatever. Like, all it takes is to do your due diligence and
yeah,
actually research on credible websites or people, but people who actually truly did it. Like, because there's so much garbage out there now,
yeah,
pardon me. It's so easy to get lost in all the garbage online. And
yeah,
so you really got to really do your due diligence. And for me, I just went to the direct source, and I
mhm,
just talked to to the people I needed to. I Googled and stalked the people that I needed to, and I knew it
Yeah.
was real because these people have been doing it for years, and it's a living proof that they have a great life, right? And they've been doing it, it's not just a short period of time. So
Yeah, yeah, no, that is so great to hear because a lot of people I can understand them, but at the same time, yeah, you're right. Just do your due diligence, research as much as information, and then you make the informed decision. Correct? So did your why change after almost 7 years of doing the business? Do you have more goals now that you want to achieve, or are you pretty much set?
yeah, I know I'm never set, but yeah, my why now along doing the business, what I realized is that your why actually has to be about yourself first, because
Yeah.
you have to like self-love. You have to take care of yourself before you can take care of other people. And so my why actually turned into for myself. So being able to build that solid foundation, being able to be that independent woman in a feminine, healthy way, not that
Mhm.
feminist stuff
Yeah.
that's going on, in a healthy feminine way. And
Yeah.
so that when I do decide to have kids or a family, that I have this solid foundation for my kids, right? And I have that for my dogs when my dogs get
Yeah.
sick. So I just, yeah, and that was just what I really was out to create, and I got that.
Yeah.
And so now it's just more so of like multiplying what I have and being able to give back and to create systems that could help third world countries. I don't know how that looks like, but
Mhm.
also I love food, so I know I want to create something in the food
Oh,
industry. And
wow.
um, yeah, and just a lot of places by the beaches. I don't know.
So many plans still, hey?
Yeah, there's so many plans. I think it keeps things fun, right? Because
Yeah. You know
yeah.
what's beautiful? I noticed, like, especially for leaders in our community like you guys really remain very humble. People will not can't believe how much you guys are earning already, but you remain very humble, very kind, and very down to earth. Like, I was so surprised when you said yes to this interview. I always say that to everyone that I interview. I was like, I'm just like gonna try, but if they say no, that's fine. At least I tried. So yeah, I'm just grateful. So any last words that you wanna leave to the followers, the viewers that will be watching this recording later?
Yeah, if you're in a place where you're in your life where you feel stagnant or complacent, like consider it a opportunity to search for something different, because I know the feeling of doing the same things over and over again. And
Mhm.
once you take that action, what regardless of what it is, it will help you get to wherever you need to be. And yeah, if you don't feel that spark in your life and you feel like you're a robot, I would suggest
Maybe it's time for a change.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's time for a change. And if you're
Yeah.
scared, that's okay. It's actually kind of a good sign.
I know, right? Sometimes
Yeah.
it's God of telling you like, okay, you need a change. Maybe yeah, it's nice when you love what you do. Like I see in you. I've seen so much happiness in you, just helping people and just being in this community, is traveling the world. So I'm so happy for you. You truly deserve it. So for those of you watching this, we would love to invite you. We have a free webinar if you guys are interested to look into online opportunities, ways to earn online. We have a free webinar Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. So if you guys are interested, just log into my website www.detoursvisit.com. Would you like to say your website too, Janet?
No, that's okay. We'll
That's
keep
okay.
it.
Okay. So yeah, feel free to message us if you have any questions as well. So thank you, Janet, for your time. I really do appreciate you, and thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your support. I know that we're not connected financially or anything. I'm so looking forward to thank you personally on our convention this
Hey, I was
August.
gonna say, do I get to meet you there? So, oh, amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'll have to thank you guys personally for
Mhm.
for making a difference. This interviews mean so much to me, and I know that a lot of people will be blessed by you guys' story. Will be very inspired. So thank you for being such a blessing.
Thank you so much for having me. It's always an honor.
Yeah, you're welcome. So thank you, everyone. So for those of you who's going to be watching this, thank you, and we hope that we can provide value to you guys. And yeah, we're praying for more, more blessings to you and your family. And feel free to message us if you have any questions. Okay, bye, everyone.
Bye.